Alright, today we're going to play around with something that I've wanted for a long time, and I coated it up. So sliders are great, and you can see our PID gains down there, but wouldn't it be great if we could put those sliders on a in-flight command, like a pot? So let's check that out. So here we got, if I flip this switch here, I can use this pot right here to adjust those PID gains. So over here like this, and engage that. And now when I move that slider down, I can adjust those gains. And it's live time update. And you can see that if I do something that's kind of crazy, take my PIDs way down, you can see how wobbly she gets. Super wobbly. And not only does it work this way, it's not controlled as in absolute location of this pot. So if I disengage it and move this pot way up and then re-engage it, you can see it doesn't move those PIDs up. It recenters. So basically where the pot is set, that's the new center point. So now I can move it down again. You can see that there. Or I can move it up again from that point. So it gives you actually more range. If I set it to the center, that's the ideal range. So let's just see what we get when you get something like that, right? So as I showed already, if I engage that and I get low on those PIDs, and if you see this, you'll see this behavior not so much in a 5-inch, but if you see this behavior on these big quads where it's just kind of wobbly. I mean, I can make this thing look like a big quad, right? Now we're starting to look like a big quad. Like wobbling all around, wobbling, and that's obviously I have the PIDs artificially low here, and my prop wash is horrible, and that's what you get with low PID gains. So you got to be cognizant of that. It's just low gains. They're all in balance. They're just low. Conversely, we can see we already saw there how kind of prop wash looked. You can see how. Let's go around 30 here and tighten it up. And you can see we got some wash there. Got a look at a shimmy. And you can see what that kind of looks like. Now let's tighten up the... Let's do one more here. See what that looks like. Now let's tighten it up. This is around the gains I have for this quad. Still got the wash though, right? A little bit. So let's go a little higher. And we're getting crazy. Still got the wash. I mean, we're not going to get around any of it because I just turn in harder when I can. But you can see I can get really high gains on this quad. Now if I ding a prop, it's not going to be very forgiving with these higher gains. Sorry for all the pausing in speech, but I'm focusing here a little bit. So yeah. So this is something I coated up. I will put the, what happens when we go crazy? Oh, it's crazy. Oh, now I can hear it. I can hear it. I think I hear it getting a little fluttery. So I'll bring this back down to normal. I'll put the pull request number down in the description, a link to it, and I gotta land this. So you can check it out if you want to test fly it. Obviously, you're at your own risk for it. And if you're interested in checking out what the black box looks like for this different stuff, I'll drop that link down below. I'm going to do a little Patreon session where we go over that kind of stuff, so a little kind of more in depth, and show how the different gain, magnitudes will affect your in-flight conditions there. So hopefully that was helpful. Again, link down in the video description. Hopefully this is tagged. It looks like it's tagged so far for Betaflight 4.6. What I'd like to do I'm sure there's going to be some input back and forth from its review, but what I'd like to do ultimately is have it available so each of the sliders, I think maybe each, at least the big ones. So like in a 3-position switch, you could go, you know, from your master slider to your tracking slider to your D gain slider, just use your pot to adjust it. You'd have to have another one then to turn it on and off. So yeah, there's some options there that we can definitely explore. But another big point with this, if you're seeing those shakes and wobbles, especially on the bigger craft, take a look at your gains. Somebody also brought something up they thought might be interesting with this, is you could put the filter sliders on the same thing, and you could actually adjust your filter sliders up and down, and that could be useful in like a race scenario where you crash and you gotta add a little bit more filtering after you do a turtle mode to get out of it, or something of that nature, or just turn the PIDs down because you wrecked and your props are all beat up and now you're trying to get the race complete. So plethora of things that this could be useful for. We'll see where it goes. Thanks everybody, hope this helped. Put any questions or comments or concerns down in the video description, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh, one last thing I should mention, if you do use this to check it out, when you land, if you like the settings, you have to do a stick command to save it, or go into the OSD to save it. You can't save to the EEPROM in flight. I mean, you can. I've tried it, and yeah, it's risky biscuits. It definitely stunts the flight controller. It spikes the CPU utilization. Some motors stop a little bit. It can be done, but it's not. So yeah, you have to, once it's disarmed, just save it with a stick command or save it through the OSD. If not, you just have the PIDs, it just forgets the PIDs once you power off, and you're back to the PIDs you started when you armed. So no harm, no foul.